Hey everyone, okay, I'm just going to be going over very quickly for you because some of this is all grand, but it's always nice to go over the basics of 3 ways to keep your makeup in place all day long. The very first way is to use a setting spray, which I've mentioned many times. A setting spray is like hairspray for the face. In fact, it's very similar. And it can absolutely prolong the wear of your foundation. It can prolong it for a long time. So that's one thing that you could absolutely do. The second thing you can do is to absorb any oils from the foundation by using a tissue. Just take a tissue that you kind of blow your nose with, pull it apart if it's applied tissue, and once you've done your foundation and concealer, place the tissue all over your face like this and absorb any of the excess oils. That will absolutely prolong your foundation all day long. It'll make a big difference. The third way, actually there's more than 3, what do I know? The third way is the one that I mentioned about before, which is don't mix products that don't like each other. Oil and water don't mix. So if you're using a water-based foundation, make sure you're using a water-based moisturizer or primer. Same thing with silicone. If you're using a silicone or oil-based foundation, use a silicone or oil-based moisturizer or primer. Very simple, basic science, but we forget. Another way to kind of prolong your foundation is the one that I've been talking about for the longest time, which is to use a powder puff. Those really big powder puffs that you get. I don't know if I've got one on hand. Yes, I do. Powder puff, dip it into powder, knock off the excess, and like you're giving a fingerprint, press and roll, or don't do that because you'll wipe your foundation off. Press and roll all over the face. That will lock your foundation in much better than using a sponge, using a powder brush. And the final way, 5 ways, is to use absolutely nothing at all. The reason I say this, and this works best with wax-based foundations. Wax-based tend to be like the cream-based, MAC Full Coverage, Ket Cream Foundation, MAC Pro, MAQ Pro foundations. These are wax-based. You can apply these to the face. They don't get absorbed into the skin. They sit there and look gorgeous. As the day goes on, your oils are going to come through. They're going to start to separate. You just rub it back in. It's that simple. So those are 5 ways that you can prolong your foundation or your makeup throughout the day. You can set it with a spray. You can absorb it with a tissue. You can make sure you're mixing like with like, oils with oils, water with water. You can use a powder puff to lock in the foundation, and last but not least, you can do absolutely nothing at all if you're using a wax or cream-based foundation because you can just massage it back in. Very simple, quick tips, but thought it was nice to mention them anyway, even though I've mentioned a lot of them before, so apologies. Thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to rate, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.